Share. I'm the founder and CEO of ShareLove.Fund. Today we are in week 20 of our RYT 200 registered yoga teacher 200-hour teacher training course. Today is going to be a gentle yoga stretch and practice. We have my family joining in, so this is a senior friendly yoga class. My name is Ashley Share. I'm the founder and CEO of ShareLove.Fund, and every week we have a pose of the week. The pose of this week is Revolved Half Moon. If you remember from last week, we had half moon on one side or half moon on the other side. Revolved Half Moon is that with a twist, because this is going to be a senior friendly class. You can grab a block or a bolster or a ledge, and the way you can get into it is like half moon, but then you revolve. On the other side, you can get into it with half moon and then twist to revolve. So then now let's get into some feel-good stretches. Today, I have brought the mail that we've received from our program participants who are in custody with the state or city, incarcerated women that we serve. As you may recall, we provide yoga teaching degrees to incarcerated women. I'm just gonna pull up our YT 200 course manual. So this manual is what you are following digitally on Teachable. We provide this manual to the incarcerated women that we serve. The cover says, receive a yoga certification, start a new career, become empowered. The mission of ShareLove.Fund is to empower women through a free yoga training course to earn a Yoga Alliance approved teaching degree so that they may have a livelihood, should they ever need it, that respects their body, focuses their mind, and listens to their soul. So with that in mind, let's just take a few breaths together. And in this centering, we can be thankful for the gifts we have. Everyone watching this live on YouTube is not incarcerated because you don't get access to Wi-Fi when you are in custody. So if you're thankful for nothing else, you can be thankful that you have Wi-Fi and that you can watch what you want on YouTube without censorship. Let's bring our arms up and shake it all out. Bring our arms up and shake it all out. With your palms up and just sitting crisscross applesauce. Let's loosen up the shoulders a little bit so you can roll your shoulders back and roll them forward. Inhale the arms out, all the way up, reaching up, doing some cherry picking, relaxing the shoulders and letting it all out. Gently putting your neck from side to side and rolling and rolling. Inhale through the nose and out the mouth. Inhaling through the nose or however it's comfortable for you. And out the mouth. A few more times. So please continue to breathe, and we'll just do a brief centering by reading a letter that we received from one of our custodial women. Hello, my name is Cruz. I hope when you get this letter, your day will be good and peaceful. We are getting ready for the fall season, and I hope you'll enjoy the beautiful colors this autumn. Our social worker gave us these cards so that we can send to our family, and we have used our arts and crafts to make them even more beautiful. I'm not sure how this organization can further assist the ladies here at Rikers, but I would like to thank you for allowing us to create beautiful cards for our family. You'd really be proud. We put sparkles and all. I wanted to give you my son's address. Perhaps you can send some and perhaps assist them in communication with me. They are teenagers, but know they'd appreciate only putting them in the mailbox. Their address is, and she provides the address. So I think what she's asking is for pre-addressed envelopes to her so that her teenage boys can update her. But as a mom of 3 kids myself, I know that if it greatly will increase the likelihood that her children will write to her if we make the process as simple as possible. So that's some of the awesome stuff that we do at ShareLove.Fund. Anyway, I'll continue the letter. This has been such a hard time for our family, but with the grace of God, we can heal and continue to strive to be better than yesterday. I'd love to know more about your organization. And again, thank you for creating smiles here at Rosie Singer Center at Rikers. 5 South A ladies are so grateful for your act of kindness, especially now that we are far from family. God bless us all. It's signed JC. P.S. We are only allowed pajamas, undies, or any books. Let's take a few breaths together. My voice will be absent from time to time so that you have an opportunity to internalize this experience in a way that serves you. You may want to connect your thumb to your pointer finger or sit in a comfortable position. The benefits of meditation are obtained when the spine is erect and you're in an alert position. For those of you watching that may be seniors or have knee problems, having a supported position, you can support your knees with blocks or bolsters. When you're in this kind of supported position, you are reducing the amount of stress on your knees. Continue to draw your attention to your breath. As your mind wanders, acknowledge that it's wandering, but bring your focus back to your breath, trying to imagine your breath as a circle with no start and no end, just fluid nourishment. Gently part your lips and allow your jaw to soften. Noticing sensations of discomfort in your body and trying to soothe them and smooth them with your breath. As distractions come, you can acknowledge them, but return your focus to your breath. Actions only have the power that you give them. You can control your response. You can breathe in a sense of calm, of confidence, of nourishment. And exhale all that doesn't serve you. Inhaling a reminder that you are a vibrant, living being. And exhaling doubt, fear, self-sabotage. Inhaling a reminder to draw your focus inward throughout the day, focusing on improving yourself with little to no attention to what other people are doing, and not allowing time for comparisons, just using your energy to be the best version of you. With that, we will conclude this meditation and go on to our warm-up stretches. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, shake it out. I'm going to move the blocks to the side, and I'm just going to move the course manual out of the way so we can work. So we are live, so it's blips and bloopers and all. Let's inhale, arms up, and shake it all out. Bringing the feet to the butterfly position or cobbler's pose. You can give yourself a little foot massage. Remembering that there's so much accessible to you. And for our incarcerated women who may be watching a version of this video, an edited version after we do the live, there's so much right here to work on. So you don't have to go anywhere to work on your feet, for example. There's so much tension. You could spend 24 hours in the day just doing body work on your feet, and it still wouldn't even be done. So instead of focusing on what we can't do, let's focus on the work right here, right now. And for our seniors that are a little bit moaning and groaning about this, if it wasn't work, they wouldn't call it work. So let's get to work. So you can massage your feet a little bit. Inhale, arms up, exhale, and lean forward. As we lean forward, enjoy a curve in your spine and just relax. We'll take a few breaths here and see if as you breathe, you can fall a little bit deeper into the stretch. Breathing through the discomfort. Asking yourself, what are you holding on to? And what if you just let go? Seeing if your elbows can drop a little further to the ground. Walking your fingertips out. You may feel the stretch in your hips, in your lower back, even your neck. Walking the hands to one side and really just feeling the stretch here in the side body. Takes a while for the body to let go and release, so just give yourself time. Stretching can be a little boring, but the rewards are great. Walking the hands to the other side. And coming back up. Because we have some seniors joining us today, this is going to be super gentle. And we're going to keep working that side body. But instead of this, which might be a little bit uncomfortable, we're going to do it from our back. So this class will be a little different, and then we'll start on our backs. So laying on your back with your tailbone on the floor all the way through. Lift up your chin, bring your chin into your chest, and just try to roll your neck back. Imagining if you wanted the entire length of your neck all the way through your tailbone firmly on the mat. From here, windshield wiper the knees, gently, slowly. And this allows us to begin to loosen up the hips. Using the abdomen, pull the knees into the chest. Give a great big hug. Raise the legs up. Bring the legs back into the chest, giving a great big hug. Cross the legs. I like to say this is our tea party pose, like we're having a tea party. And then grab a hold of opposite ankles and stretch. You should feel it in the glute on one side. We'll just hang out here for a while. And this is a great pose that you can do between the snooze buttons in the morning. You can do this right here in bed. And when you do it in bed on a non-firm surface, it's a little bit easier because the not firm surface cradles you a little bit. So that's a really great trick for seniors if this is too intense for you. Trying this in bed is a really great way to make it a little bit easier. We're just gonna hang out here for a while until we really feel that glute open up. The glute is a huge muscle and huge muscles are stubborn, so it's just gonna take a while. If you're uncomfortable on your back for a prolonged period, then please use your own best judgment to modify. Nothing here shall be construed as medical advice, and certainly consult a doctor should you experience anything that you think requires a doctor. Let us breathe. We'll continue focusing on our breath. You can breathe in your nose and out the mouth, or however is comfortable. By using deep breaths, you are also increasing your lung capacity. So you're getting a 2-for-1 out of this stretch just by bringing your attention to make your breaths deep. You can get a little deeper into the stretch now that your muscles are warmed up by grabbing a hold of opposite ankles and bringing your legs out as wings and pulling the legs even deeper and closer to the to the chest. You can also put your hands this way. By grabbing a hold of the outsides of your feet, you're also stretching the ankle muscles. You can even do a little self-foot massage while you do this. Now bring your knees into your chest, give your chest a nice big hug, and push, 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 push up the legs to the ceiling and back down. We'll do this a few times to increase circulation. You can wiggle your toes a little bit. This is working the core in a way that supports your back. And for our seniors joining us today, this is a way to sort of get that, it's a way to help lengthen the spine. Just by using your own body weight, no weight, as we're sensitive to bone density issues. Try to do this a total of 10 times. And you may feel a little heat in your thighs. I lost count a little bit, so I'll do 5 more. 1, 2, 3. We can come up with cactus arms to really broaden our shoulders. 4, and airplane arms. 5. From here, you can walk your feet to the sides of the mat or a little wider than hip width apart. And then again, windshield wiper the knees, seeing if that side that we just stretched feels stretched out. If your feet are asleep, you can do some taps to wake them up. Cross the legs on the other side like you're having a tea party and grab a hold opposite ankles. We're gonna work this glute. We're gonna really stretch it. We'll be here a while. If you are uncomfortable in your back, please feel free to modify. We're just gonna do the same thing on the other side. It takes a long time to really open up these stubborn muscles. So it can be a little boring or a little relaxing, depending on how you want to frame it. Some people call yoga forced relaxation. So we're gonna hurry up and relax. Paying attention to your breath, trying to make your exhale 2 parts to your inhale. That is a relaxation technique. Studies show with physiology that When you have an exhale that's longer than your inhale, that sends a message to your body to slow down and relax. So we'll pay attention to that as we do this. So however long your inhale is, try to make your exhale double it. And as you breathe, try to reach the depths of your lung capacity in your inhale and in your exhale. If you feel lightheaded or dizzy, please stop and modify. Maybe take a sip of water or sit up. It's important that you listen to your own body. This is live on YouTube. It is not reasonable for me to understand your specific medical nuances, so you really need to modify and use your own best judgment. We're crossing our legs here, grabbing a hold of opposite ankles and stretching this thigh muscle and stretching the glute muscle on this side. Can do some ankle rolls here. If you want to spice it up, roll your ankles one way for 10 breaths. And you can roll your ankles the other way for 10 breaths. And this really helps you gain connection from your toes to your nose by breathing and counting your breaths while rotating your ankles, while stretching your glute. So it's a three for one. Or multitasking even in yoga. That's what happens when you're incorporated in New York. try to be uber efficient. And then just relax, because even those ankle rotations were a little bit of work engaging our muscles. So now we just continue to stretch and relax, and we can relax here for 20 breaths. For the final 20 breaths, you can grab a hold on the outside of your feet to really stretch the tops of your feet, bringing your legs out wider and just really getting deeper into the stretch. Noticing how much deeper we can get into it now that we've been holding it for a while. So when you do holding poses, your body succumbs to the reality that it's being stretched, and you can go further. That's where the real progress is made, through endurance. You can stretch out your thumbs too by keeping them long across your feet. So much of typing is like this, so really stretching the thumbs like that is actually a stretch, so you can use the length of your foot to stretch it out. So imagine that your feet are handlebars and you're holding onto the handlebars without stretched thumbs. That's a hand stretch as well. So we're getting a lot of benefits from this, as well as lengthening the spine, which is so important for seniors, as well as everyone else with the desk job. Really stretching for our final 10 breaths. Bringing the knees into chest, hugging it, and rocking your back side to side. There's a little reward and a back massage. Also, you can rock back and forward, really seeing if you can get some cracks, massaging out the spine, holding it where you think it needs more rollout. Again, side to side. With your feet firmly placed on the edges of the mat, let's windshield wiper the hips again and see if you feel it a little more open from all that stretching. Bringing the knees to chest. Bring the knees to one side. Your hand outstretched to the other side. Bringing your gaze to the opposite side and just stretching the back. You can bring one leg down and really just feeling a twist, a spinal twist stretch. I'm a little all over the place, so I'm going to get onto the mat and just enjoy the spinal twist. Bringing your gaze to the opposite side. Again, holding it because that's when we really open up. And this is also important for the lymph nodes under the armpit and so forth. We can really just open all this area up, release the tension. Spinal twist. Reaching, reaching, reaching both with your knee and your hands to the opposite side. Trying to ground your shoulder into the ground as well as your knee. We'll take 10 more breaths here, and then we'll go on to the other side. Bringing the knees into chest. We'll rock it out side to side, as well as forward and back. And with a big inhale up, we'll bring our knees in, drop them off to the other side. Straighten the bottom leg. And do a spinal twist on the other side. You can place a hand on the knee or on the thigh. You don't want to put too much pressure on the knee to really deepen the stretch. Allowing your neck to look over your fingertips. And you can have a soft gaze or close your eyes as you fall deeper into the stretch. Twists are thought to be cleansing poses. This is a way to remove toxicity that has already accumulated in your body. Just giving way to the relaxation. There's no place to be, nothing to do. Life will permit this hour and a half together. Reaching, reaching, reaching to stretch. Really twisting the spine. Imagining that your spine and body is a cloth and you're wringing it out to dry, eliminating the toxins in the process. And the final 10 breaths here. You can bring your feet to each side of the mat and shake it out a little bit by windshield wipering your legs and knees back and forth. So this is live. That was a tongue twister for me. Bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. You've stretched and lengthened and twisted. And you should be warmed up. So now we'll start our work. I apologize. I don't know how that appeared, but there was a technical issue with the phone. So I'm going to plug it in so it has sufficient juice. Sorry, I think, yeah. Okay, we should be good. Okay, so now that we're warmed up, let's get to work and do some standing stretches. So I'm just going to lose the hoodie and I'm going to lose the long sleeve shirt. It's all about layers. Okay, so without further ado, I'm gonna lose the socks. Okay, so please make yourself comfortable. We're gonna create a little bit of heat and do some standing stretches. So let's start with sun salutation. I'm going to also, since we're moving things around, I'm just gonna try to move this camera so it's more centered. Okay, awesome. And I apologize, but okay, so now we're ready to roll. Okay, so let's start with sun salutation. Tadasana. Inhale, arms up, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Now this class is a gentle yoga class geared for our seniors that are joining us today. So we're just gonna spend some time in forward fold. You can hold opposite elbows. Now, if you are older, we don't want you to fall over and get lightheaded, so use your own best judgment. You're a grown-up by now if you're a senior, so make adult decisions. So you can use a block if you want. You can also lean against something. You can also lean against the wall. Leaning against the wall has the added benefit of giving you a stretch, almost like downward puppy. So if having your head upside down bothers you, lean against a wall. Everybody has a wall, even our custodial women definitely have a wall. So there you go. All you need is a wall and yourself. For those of you that are comfortable leaning forward, let's inhale, arms up, exhale, and we're just gonna spend some time leaning forward. Again, if you feel lightheaded, you can use a wall or get out of this pose. For those of you that don't feel lightheaded, this is how the change happens by holding poses. Easy come, easy go. So by investing time, you get a deeper stretch. So we're going to be here a while, and use your own best judgment to not follow along blindly when that serves you. You can hold on to opposite elbows and just hang. Making sure your feet are aligned straight. You can bend your knees a little bit to experience what it feels like to have a straight spine with your navel on your thighs. And then from that, slowly lift up. You can bend your knees and your elbows a little closer, and then slowly lift up. Notice if your left side feels tighter than your right side. So this is a really good way to check in with unevenness in your body. Because this is a symmetrical stretch, really raises a flag when one side is tighter. You can get at that tightness by bending one knee or bending the other to really get into it. You can play around with it by walking your legs forward. Just really isolate what might be tight. I'm doing this one side, but please, adjust as necessary. If both sides feel good to you, you can stick with the opposite elbows. This is an example of how to personalize the practice, even in a group class. Inhale, inhale, stretching out, and then drop it down. Using the ability to bend one knee to get a deeper, deeper stretch on one side or the other. Fanning the heels out a little bit to really stretch the outer muscles of the legs. Feeling a stretch from your glutes, your back, your neck, a whole back body stretch. Forward fold stretches the whole back body. This can also help loosen things up and aid in digestion. Again, we're just going to be here a while because that's where the change happens. I'm having my hands on the ground so that as I relax into it, I don't fall over or kind of forget where I am if my mind wanders. If you can't touch the ground, but you want to hold on to a block or something, that's a way that you can just totally surrender into relaxation, but then know you're actually holding on to something. So if you kind of forget where you are, you won't fall. You can also put your hands on a chair. If your hands do touch the ground, or if you do this on a block, you can also use this as an opportunity to spread your fingertips wide, and that is stretching your hands. As we said before, so much of our hand movements are typing, and our thumbs are together, so really fanning the hands out and putting pressure on that, that's a way to stretch the hands. finding comfort in the discomfort. Inhaling, half bend. Exhaling, legs out to plank. Front plank, knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra. Down dog. Really pedaling out the feet here, stretching out the calves. And down dog. I'm going to hold this a little bit to really experience the benefits of down dog. You can bend the knees, put the chest on the thighs so that you experience the long spine, and then slowly release. Don't worry if your heels are up. The idea is to be a triangle, regardless of whether the heels are up. You can modify this by, if there's a chair or bench, doing that, or a wall. Because what's the point of down dog? We're stretching the backs of our legs. It's a hamstring stretch. So however you get at that hamstring stretch is just fine. But for those of you where down dog works for you, let's do it. Bend the knees, create that triangle, straighten them, and then slowly let the heels drop. From here, you can jump the hands forward. Inhale, half bend. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana. So that was our sun salutation. Let's come back to the mat. Inhale the arms up. Slowly come down to a squat, if that's okay for your knees. We'll make our way down to the mat, but first holding the squat for a minute. Catching our breath. From here, exhale. Come back to seated position, and we'll experience cobbler's pose again, seeing if it feels a little different from when we first started class. Can continue with a gentle foot massage. I like to say with our kid classes, open up your feet like it's a book. Okay, what does that book say? Like you're reading a book. Exhale, one leg out. Inhale, arms up and stretch. Working this whole side body. Again, we're going to hold this for a while. You can just let yourself surrender to the stretch. For the final few breaths, you can ask yourself, what am I holding on to? What am I afraid of? Why not just release? For revolved half moon, it's these kinds of stretches help get the revolved aspect. So by doing all the stretches that we've done today, by doing the reclined spinal twist, we're doing the precursors to get to that revolved half moon. So we saw it in the beginning, but yoga is a practice, not a perfect inhale, opposite leg in, and exhale, opposite leg out. So you can get at these more advanced poses like revolved half moon by doing the work to get you there, which is the twist of reclined spinal twist and just gaining that flexibility as we are here now. So this is sort of the prerequisite to that, and as we get more comfortable in stretches like this, we can get more comfortable in the peak pose of the week, revolved half moon. Let us breathe together here and stretch. bringing the feet back to butterfly position. Cobbler's pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Walking the hands to one side. Comparing the stretch to how you felt when we did this in the beginning of the class. It's important to not compare ourselves to others, but tracking your own progress is positive. Walking the hands to the other side. Walking the hands up. Rainbowing the arms to one side. This rainbow arms is a favorite with our incarcerated women's program because we preach that wherever you are, whatever your situation is, you can paint a rainbow right here, right now. And by rainbowing our arms, not only are we nourishing our body with stretches, but we can think of Hawaii, the rainbow state, and beautiful coastlines, and bring a little happiness into the practice. Let's come back to our backs, inhaling the knees to chest, exhale into happy baby. You can make your fingers like this, making a little O, bring it around your big toe. For our seniors doing this class, even just gripping your big toe is kind of like a funny feeling, and that sort of wakes up the brain and kind of jumpstarts you to gaining connection with the different parts of your body. So it's like the old adage, use it or lose it. You don't want to lose it, so kind of tickle the inside of your toes like this, gaining connection. Pulling the sacrum down long and trying to get a hamstring stretch. We'll take a few breaths here in happy baby. Really trying to gain connection with your entire spine on the mat. From here, bring the knees back into the chest, give yourself a little hug. Place the feet in front of you, keeping the knees bent. Placing the soles of your feet together. We'll do a reclined goddess pose. Just letting your hips fall open, asking yourself, what are you holding on to? You can do a little self-massage on the belly to aid in digestion. You can have your hands on your belly to gain a connection with your breath. If you feel tension in your lower back, you can place your hands under your tailbone to sort of give yourself a pelvic tilt, which then can decrease the tension on your lower back. That's a modification for our teacher trainees to remember. You can inhale the knees to chest again. Give yourself another big hug. Exhale, make it long, long, long. You can do cherry pickers on the ground, reaching up with one hand, reaching long, sort of trying to touch the wall on one side with one toe and the wall on the other side with one foot, making one side of your body extra long, the other side of your body extra long, and breathing through it long and strong. stretching, stretching, stretching with both sides. You can flex your feet and kind of shimmy them out. Imagine your hands pulling on a rope, just long and strong, gaining connection with your spine on the mat. You can exhale with your hands to your side. You can grab a blanket to go over you if that feels comfortable. And we'll just take a little Savasana, the treat of concluding class. Lay down in a place where you feel safe and warm, because your body temperature may cool down as we slow down in this practice. You can have a hand on your heart, a hand on your chest, a hand, well, the heart is the chest, hand on your heart, hand on your belly, or hands next to you. If it feels good, you can do a stretch, having the hands on each side. You can also, if you have a blanket handy, and the cool thing about this being on YouTube is you can sort of pause it and then resume. You can curl a blanket up, put it between your shoulder blades. Get something to rest your head on so your neck isn't hanging, and then you can really open up this way. So we'll do a Savasana. So this would be a supported Savasana where you have a blanket rolled up in between your shoulder blades and your arms outstretched. You can have it in cactus arms and your neck supported. And this is a way to do Savasana in a way that's a heart opener. To further enhance this as a hip opener, you can put the heels of your feet together. And we'll just take 5 like this. Savasana, heart opener, hip opener version of Savasana. You can close your eyes or have a soft, gentle gaze and just completely surrender. Savasana means corpse pose. And you can think of that as a total release. You can slowly bring your awareness back to your body. When you feel comfortable, you may want to lengthen out your body one leg and then the other leg. Stretching, inhaling the arms up if that feels good. And just spending and clasping the hands together, pointing the toes and pointing the arms while paying attention to lower the shoulders and just taking a few elongating breaths. You feel ready, you can sweep the hands down around. Bring your knees into chest, giving yourself a nice little hug, maybe rocking a little to side. You can come with your knees on one side or the other. Slowly bring your knees down to one side. Support yourself with your hand and take a minute to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, maybe wiggle your wrists a little bit. Massage it out, acknowledging that your effort for today. And taking a few breaths here before slowly beginning to rise. Enjoying the nourishment that comes with the fetal position. An acknowledgement that your body is ever changing and that you're addressing the needs of your body through your breath, through what you eat and drink, and the amount of sleep you get. With an inhale, push yourself up to a seated position. We'll come up to easy seat. Check in with yourself, asking how you feel in this moment. May the light in me be the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. Have a blessed day. If you would like to teach for a cause, then please email yoga@ShareLove.Fund to volunteer to teach for a cause as I do. I am the founder and CEO, but I teach for free. Nothing could be more rewarding. Our programs available to the public where you can sign up at ShareLove.Fund/train. Those programs not only provide a degree for the paying participant in the public, but they provide the ability for an incarcerated woman to train for free so that she may gain a job that gives her a livelihood. And through this program, ShareLove.Fund is proud to have turned wards of the state into tax-paying citizens. Namaste.